Hi guys, is Nigel Farage, Reform UK, Reform UK's policies and Reform UK's supporters racist? Well, that was the question more or less put to Angela Rayner, the Chancellor, when she appeared on the Nick Ferrari show. And, well, it didn't go very well. Have a listen.
How can you support a racist policy and not be racist?
I think it is a racist policy, and let me tell you why.
I understand that, but how can... it doesn't matter whether I do, but how could one support a racist policy and not be racist?
People support the Reform Party for all sorts of reasons.
This policy, Chancellor, these policies as regards deportations, if you support a racist... I cannot see if you support a racist policy how you're not racist yourself, no?
Because people support the Reform Party for all sorts of different reasons, often not even knowing the detail of this the policies. But this policy is a racist policy, and you'll have lots of listeners who might be at work today sitting next to somebody who wasn't born in this country. Their next door neighbour might not have been born in this country. They might be married to somebody who wasn't born in this country. And what Nigel Farage and the Reform Party are saying is that they would deport those people.
I understand. But you can support that policy but not be racist yourself. I just want to clarify that.
Well, do people support that policy? I'm not sure many people do. Lots of people support the Reform Party, but we have to push them on their policies. Okay. And I think there are lots of people who back Reform who would be horrified by the thought that people who came to this country legally, who are working and contributing, would be deported from this country.
Okay, with the latter part first, I want to respond to that first. I don't believe Rachel Reeves is correct here, because a lot of people in Reform would be happy to see even people who are in the country legally deported. I'm not saying all Reform UK supporters, but I'm saying a significant number of them, in the same way as a lot of them were cheering the ending of freedom of movement. They didn't care about the consequences it would have on Britain, on the NHS, on social care, and they still don't care. These are the same people who voted for Brexit who are now voting for Nigel Farage and his policies. Now back to the main point here. Is it racist? It's xenophobic and it's unfair. So first of all, it's unfair because people have come into the country legally, they have followed the rules, they're not breaking any laws, they're keeping their nose clean, and they're being punished arbitrarily. You know, Nigel Farage has come in and said, I'm going to change the rules even though you have been following the rules. This is deeply unfair. People have been following the rules. They haven't broken any laws. They've been paying their taxes, contributing to society, and now they're being told you're going to be booted out if you don't earn enough money or if you don't pass a particular test that many people in Reform would probably fail. So that's deeply unfair. Now, the other point, is it racist? No. It's xenophobic. Now, some people may say that's semantics, but it's not. It's not targeting a particular race. It's not targeting a particular ethnic group. And this is really important because Nigel Farage will push back and say, hey, I didn't say anything racist. Or Reform will say, we didn't say anything racist. We're not targeting a particular group of people. We're just trying to push out people who have no right to be in the country or who don't meet a particular standard. That's the response they're going to have. It's xenophobic because it's picking on people who are following the rules but being kicked out because they're foreigners. And it's putting an unfair standard upon them. So once again, it's unfair and it's xenophobic. It's not targeting people who have broken the law. It's not targeting people who have overstayed a visa. Those people are normally removed anyway. It's targeting people who have every right to stay in the country at the moment. It's creating a very high bar for them to stay there in order to pander to the worst people in society. Is it racist? No, technically it's not. It is deeply unfair and it's xenophobic. It's about punishing foreigners who are in Britain contributing. Now, I really wish the Labour Party and the government would respond in this way. Call it what it is. It's unfair. Call it xenophobic, but don't call it racist, because then you're in a situation where you say, well, if you support this, then you're obviously a racist. If you support a xenophobic policy, then you're xenophobic. If you support an unfair policy, then you're an unfair individual. You don't care about fairness or equality. If you support something that's racist, then obviously you are racist yourself. But this policy technically is not racist. And I'm definitely not on the side of Reform UK here. This is a very unfair xenophobic policy. But if you target it as and attack it as racist when it's not, you're just adding fuel to the fire. You're helping Reform UK and Nigel Farage here, because all they'll do is respond by saying, well, point out where it's racist. And you won't be able to do that. You can point out where it's unfair, and you can point out where it's xenophobic, but you can't point out where it's racist. So this is a trap that, well, the government have seemed to have fallen into by themselves. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.